President of Italy on G20 Rome guidelines for the future of tourism. The pandemic has forced us to close down temporarily. But Italy is ready to welcome back the world. Economies will be different after the pandemic. Some sectors will shrink while others will expand. G20 Rome guidelines for the future of tourism are a clear blueprint for the resumption of global tourism. Here are some of the remarks made by President Mattarella at this important G20 tourism ministers meeting held in Rome. This is highly fitting and symbolic. Few countries are as closely intertwined with tourism as Italy. The world longs to travel here. The pandemic has forced us to close down temporarily. But Italy is ready to welcome back the world. Our mountains, our beaches, our cities, and our countryside are reopening. And this process will speed up in the coming weeks and months. I have said before that our economies will be different after the pandemic. Some sectors will shrink while others will expand. I have no doubt that tourism in Italy will bounce back as strong as it was before. Meanwhile, we will continue to offer substantial economic support to the sector in a forthcoming decree and in Italy's recovery and resilience plan. We must provide clear and simple rules to ensure that tourists can come to and travel within Italy safely. As of the second half of June, a Green Pass will be fully operational within the EU. It allows tourists to travel across countries without quarantine so long as they can prove they have recovered from COVID-19, have been vaccinated, or have tested negative recently. As we prepare for the European certificate, the Italian government has introduced a national Green Pass that allows people to move across all regions, as of the second half of May. I welcome the conclusion of the meeting that has taken place today. The G20 Rome guidelines for the future of tourism are a clear blueprint for the resumption of global tourism. They emphasize the essential role that tourism plays in fostering the global recovery. But they also affirm the need to make tourism more sustainable and inclusive in the future to protect the environment and engage local communities. I am grateful to all the participants in this G20 ministerial meeting, and in particular to Minister Garavaglia, for their important and fruitful work. And to the OECD, the Organization for Economic Cooperation and Development, and the UNWTO for their role in preparing the accompanying reports. So it's time to book your holidays to Italy. We look forward to welcoming you again. 7 tourism guidelines like the 7 Hills of Rome. Also at the G20 meeting, Tourism Minister Massimo Garavaglia said, "With a little pride I can say that they will remember them as the Rome G20 guidelines, and curiously they are like the 7 Hills of Rome." The guidelines are safe mobility, that is, to develop a framework of trust for safe international mobility, which allows us to support, integrate, and coordinate international initiatives for safe mobility. Crisis management, minimize the impact of future crises on tourism. Resilience, ensuring a solid and stable tourism sector in uncertain times. Inclusiveness, expanding community engagement and the benefits of tourism. Green transformation, managing tourism to support global and local environments. Digital transition, enabling all tourism operators to fully benefit from digital opportunities. Investments and infrastructures, concentrating resources on a sustainable future for tourism. Tourism will help women, young people, and the South. The minister recalled that the tourism sector is the one that frames the largest share of women and young people, especially in the South, and the restarting of the sector will help these categories. The important thing at the moment is to help businesses start billing again rather than give support. Garavaglia also reiterated that we must not waste time and that tourism is the keystone for balanced growth. Finally, he ended with a joke on the curfew. There is a desire to review the measures on the basis of the trend of infections. I am reasonably confident that the measure can be revised in a short time. Rebuilding travel.